wabarakatuh. So today in business finance, we will learn time value of money, the basic concept and fundamental for business finance. First thing first, I would like to tell you guys, what is time value of money? Firstly, what is time value of money? Money is changing its value from time to time. For example, 1 million today doesn't necessarily means 1 million in the future. For example, 1 million today I can buy 2 cars, but 2 years later, 1 million doesn't necessarily I can buy 2 cars. That is because money has inflation and all other factors. So that is how it's happened. Second thing is, what I want to learn to teach about time value of money is the term and concept of the time value of money. The first one is the term of present value. Present value is how much the money value today on the day deposited. And second thing is future value. Future value is how much the money will be value in the future. For example, if I deposited 500 ringgit in a bank today, that is the present value. However, the value might change because of the interest, because of the inflation in the future. That will make the future value. So that is the second thing. Alright, if we have know what is time value of money and how does it calculated, so we must know also what is the pattern of time value of money. So the third thing today that I want to teach you guys is the basic pattern of cash flow. First one is single amount. Single amount is the thing that the amount of money you will receive once in the future. For example, in the first year you receive none, second year you receive none, third year you receive none. In the fourth year, you will receive a lump sum amount of 500 ringgit. That is for single amount. Second example is annuity. Annuity is you will receive a consistent rate every month according to the interest rate stated. For example, after a certain value of money deposited earlier, you will receive 300 every month for first month, second month, third month or fourth month. This month also can be year or week or even decade. And the third thing is mixed stream. Mixed stream is a bit complicated because it's not like annuity, also not like single amount, because the value of the money that you will receive will keep changing from the time to time. For example, I just take a simple example. In the first year you will receive 300, second year is 400, third year 350, and fourth year is 500. There's no fixed amount you will receive in this mixed stream. So that is three type of basic pattern of cash flow. Each and every one of these have its advantages. So depends on the institution which one to use for their betterness and applicable to their operation condition. Thank you.
So welcome guys. What I'm going to teach you, going to brief you, explain what is actually the three main components thing that you need to know in time value of money. So the first thing first, we have ordinary annuity. So what do we mean by ordinary annuity is actually the movement of cash flow occur at the end of each period. So these two annuity seems like similar, but it actually have the difference in terms of the payment period, which is the first one, ordinary should be at the end, at the end of each period. But compared to annuity, we do have actually differences from ordinary annuity, which is the cash flow occur at the beginning of each period. See the beginning. That's why at the year 0 we have this PMT $400. See? So we're going to proceed to the questions. Further wishes to determine how much money he will have at the end of fourth year if the deposit are earned 2,000 at the time of each year for the next 4 years. The deposits earn 7% interest annually. So what we're going to compute is the future value for both cash flow. The first cash flow we can determine is actually from ordinary entity. See, it's kind of similar because the payment start at year 1. And the second one, it should be the computation of future value and present value for annuity due. So, the first thing we have to list out what are the things that we need to calculate. The first thing first, we need to enter the PMT. So the PMT should be 2000, and the N stated in the question for the next 4 years. 4 is the N, the interest is 7%, the interest, and then simply push this button to find the future value. So the first one, for the answer of this ordinary annuity, the future value is 8,879. 8,879.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the computation of the present value of ordinary annuity, we should use the same information as we used just now, which is 2000 is the PMT, 7% is the interest, 4 years is the N, and then just simply push this button for present value. So the answer is stated there, 6,774 for ordinary present value. 6,774. So now we're going to proceed with the second question, which is the cash flow. The payment have been made at the beginning of each period, which is, it means this cash flow is representing annuity due. So what we're going to compute is the future value and the present value of this cash flow. So the first thing first, what we're going to do is shift beginning. See the words beginning there, and then just simply sort out of all of the information that you have in the question. 2000 for PMT, 4 years, 7% interest, and then simply push the future value. So this is for the future value. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to compute for the present value. So shift beginning at first, and then 2000 for the PMT, 4 years for the N, 7% for the interest, and then simply push this PV button, which represents present value, 7,249. So now we're going to continue. So now we're going to proceed the third component, which is midstream. So what midstream is actually different from the first two is, in terms of the payment, we actually do the things that we have. It actually comprises different amount of cash in terms of the payment made. So we can see that the year 1 we have this 40 payment that have been made, but simply different from the year 2, which is 90. See, there were differences up to year 5. So we're just going straight to compute. We're going to straight go to the question, which is compute the future value of the following cash flow with interest rate of 9%. So the computation should be for the CF0, 0 CF, and then 500 for the first year, 300 for the second year, 800 for the third year, 400 for the fourth year, and 500 for the fifth year. So we simply 9% is the interest, and then shift and PV. So this is what you get. So the what we're going to have to bear in mind is, when the moment you have put shift and PV, to actually represent the present value. And then if you press this shift swap, where is the swap button? Swap, simply represent the future value of the cash flow that we have made. So should be 2980. So that's all from me. Thank you for listening.
Fahmi, can you help me? Because I'm having difficulty in finding the effective annual rate. But first, can you explain to me what is the nominal versus the effective interest rate?
Okay, nominal is the simple interest rate, which is the like per year interest, like 8% per annum. So that is the nominal rate. So but effective rate, how much that you get? Basically, how much that you get? So basically, effective rate, to find effective rate, first of all you need to press the interest amount, which is for example 9,
Alright, 9.
and shift nominal,
Shift nominal.
and for example if the question asks to find quarterly, so
Okay.
4 shift payment per year,
Shift payment per year.
and shift effective rate. So we get 9.31. So basically in that year, once it compounding, the interest that we get is 9.31.
So it's not 9.
It's not 9.
Oh, okay.
So basically, if the higher times that, for example, annually, semi-annually, or quarterly compounding, so the higher the compounding, which is the higher interest that we get.
Oh, okay. Alright, thank you, Fahmi.
Right, so basically, based on what is given,
Bismillah. Nanti kekat boleh, saya boleh dengar. Sini start dari bawah.
alright, so basically the question state that the rate is given is 9%, 9%, 9%, and 9%. But however, the question asks for monthly. So here the 9% is
You have
for
to
1 year.
convert.
Yes.
Monthly lah.
Yes, the concept is that you have to convert monthly, and it is 9%. You divide it by 12.
9%.
You divide by 12.
0.75%.
Yes. So it will be 0.75%.
Yep. 0.75%.
And then now once we already know what is the I,
Yeah.
and now we just convert the 25 year become month, because it needs to be in monthly payment.
So I need to times 12.
Yes. 25 you times
Times 12. So in the end will be 300.
Yes.
Oh.
So based on
Wow.
based on the answers for the first question, what I did was the present value is 1,500. 150,000, and the end is 300 months, followed by I 2.75.
Okay.
Fahmi, can you try?
Yeah, I will
press?
try. I'll so press PMT.
Yes, so you press PMT.
Check.
Right. So Isan, what can you explain about the PMT?
Yeah, invisible amount.
So to get to the next amount, which is interest, you have to press another equal,
Shift amortize.
shift amortize,
Shift amortize dan
equal. Alright, so this will be the interest.
this will be principal. The
Okay,
first one.
so this will be the principal.
Scroll down.
And next,
Interest.
this will be the interest.
And
This will be the balance, the year-end balance for the first month. Alright, so moving on to the next question. The next question is,
what is the total interest?
what is the total interest paid for the mortgage after 12 payments?
After 12 so we need to shift input.
Shift input.
12 input. 12 shift amortize.
Yes, because we need only after the 12.
Payment. At the 12 payment or
Oh, that means it's
the total interest paid.
it means one
Mortgage
after 12.
after
So it means one input,
1 to 12 or after 12?
1 to 12.
I mean after 12, how many, how much is the accumulated?
Yes. So now the principal
The
is,
total interest.
and the total interest accumulated is 13,000
50,000.
432.11 cents. So here it means that up to 12 payment, which is 12 months, the total interest that has been paid now is 13,000.
And the balance, and the next question is about the balance, right? The balance after 12 years
Yeah.
or like 12 years. So 12 years equal to
You have to times by 12 as well. It will become 144.
144 months. So
So
How much we
basically-
had pay, right?
Yeah, so basically it's 1 until 144.
1 and 2, 1.
Because we pay monthly.
144 that's right.
Yeah.
That's the principal, right?
We want to know the balance, right? The balance amount that is after 12 years. So this 144.
Alright, so what Fahmi did was he input 1 and then shift and he input 144. So 144 means it is calculated up to month of 144.
12 years, right? Okay, got it.
Alright, so next will be the last question would be how would effective annual rate change if the loan amortize 15 years? So basically,
We just changed the year, right?
yeah.
It's the same interest.
I
Wow, a lot of exercise.
yes, but none of them are being done.
You are confused.
I don't know, but
It's freezing. It's winter.
okay. So yeah, so basically
Dah start dulu.
Fahmi will explain how we going to answer the effective annual rate question number D.
First of all, we need to press calculator. So we press the interest 9. If you don't press, the answer. Okay. So 9 shift effective. Alright. Then we it is monthly, right? So 12 shift payment per year.